everybody. Welcome to my introverted life. I'm Wendy. It is already several days into November. Normally I get information started for this vlog like within the first few days, but I've been working on something. I do want to, before I get into this, give a slight apology for some recent videos. I know I've been a little grumpy. I didn't realize how much elections were affecting me this year. I hate election time. I'm sorry. I don't like to do political stuff on my channel, but this is a little bit more geared towards mental health. Election time is just one of those times in which people get a little bit ruder to each other and a little bit meaner, and you just got a lot of political crap running around everywhere. And it's very anxiety inducing for me, and I get very grumpy and sad and depressed and just all of those things. And I didn't realize how much it was affecting me this year. Usually it's just presidential election years that I really feel it the most. Other years I tend to be fairly okay, you know. This year it's just been really bad, tons of crap everywhere. I literally went on Google because I was seeing so many political ads. I'm like, I've got to figure out a way to just get them to get rid of these things. I cannot handle them anymore. There should be something. So I clicked on it on YouTube, and it sent me to Google because, you know, Google, YouTube, they're, you know, same company. And you could turn off the ads that you don't want to see. So there was a couple of them I turned off, including political stuff. I swear they started showing me more of them. I'm like, are you kidding me? They didn't. They just didn't stop showing me any political ads. So there's just a ton of them on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sick of these ads. So, needless to say, Google, get your act together. I don't want to see that crap on YouTube. Like, seriously. Google. Hey, Google, listen to me. Stop it with the political ads. I'm sick of them. I don't want them this year. I don't want them next year. I don't want them any year. We need to tell Google, stop it with the political ads. We don't want to see them. Anywho. So yeah, been a little mean, been a little grumpy. I apologize for that. Gonna try being back to normal, which I'm not sure what normal really is for me. Weird, awkward. That's about all we got. Sorry. I do also, before I get into this, I've decided to do my first giveaway. I don't have a whole lot of people that watch this, so you might actually have a chance of getting this. But because on my eBay store, I sell tons of patterns. That's the direction I'm going with my eBay store. It's going to be cross-stitch and sewing and quilting patterns. That's just going to be my focus because I actually absolutely love that stuff. And I do eventually want to go into wholesale and start getting a lot of the newer patterns in. So, you know, gotta see how that goes. But, you know, that's an eventually thing. This is 91st Street Garden, a sampler of hope. Originally 20 bucks. But it's just a cool, fun little pattern. And it says, how we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. Which is really cool. There is a charm pack that is supposed to go with this that I, of course, do not have. But, yeah. Figure I'll give this away because it's really cute and pretty. And I just feel like so much could be done with it. The chart is from a while ago. 14, so 8 years ago. So finding I guess it's the purple thread. Finding a charm pack for it, I'm not sure if that's something you can do. I'm getting a weird message on my phone about a game I play. It distracted me, sorry. Yeah, not sure if you can still find the charm pack, but the pattern is cool enough that you could kind of find your own fun charms and kind of do your own thing. Colors might not be for everybody. Again, doing your own colors could be like really cool. So, yeah. And as you can see, like that charm, like that whole design, like it can be straightened off. Another one of these little doohickeys there. A couple of those could be put in place and not even need a charm there. Like, so much could be done with it, but it's just a fun little sampler, you know? Get some alphabet going and some little floral stuff, and I don't think the colors are quite the in colors right now, so I definitely think you could have like a ton of fun with the colors for sure. Like, that's a little key charm. You can definitely find little key charms everywhere. Little heart charm. Little flower charms. Like, seriously, shouldn't be too awful difficult. But just a fun little, probably not little, but an interesting stitch. And yeah, it's just one I came across. It's a pretty fun sampler. I know samplers are the it thing right now for sure. Not quite my type of thing, but it is what people seem to love. And I hope to be able to give away something that people will love, you know? Especially the line instructions. Sorry, I got sidetracked. That's the back. That's the front. So yeah, for the giveaway, it's going to be a typical giveaway. Put in the comments sampler. I will try and do, if not a full vlog video, I will do a just pick the winner giveaway video. And of course, comment on your comments and stuff, you know. Like the video, subscribe, you know, do all the typical things. Just do all the typical things. And yeah, so hopefully within a couple of weeks, the plan is within a couple of weeks to either have a vlog video out or just a video announcing the giveaway, one or the other, whichever one works. So, yeah, I might try and go over this again at the end of the video, just to remind you, but wanted to get it in at the beginning of the video so you saw and could, you know, hopefully join in the giveaway fun. Anywho, that will be that, and let's get started with what I have been doing the past few days. The main reason why it has taken me so long to actually get started on the vlog this month is because of this thing right here. This is the sweater I was working on. As you can see, it's got cabling, goes down. There's the bottom. This is the front of the sweater. I've just been solely focused on this. I am going to actually set this aside and work on some Wipgo as soon as this is done. Yeah, I will actually try and pull that out so you can kind of see where I'm getting started with Wipgo. Hair. Yeah, I just really focused on this because you hit this point, and this is a V-neck. By the way, there's gonna be a band here, so it's not quite so deep looking. Once the band's there, it'll be a fairly normal depth V-neck. But yeah, you start the band in here, or you start your cabling. So when you hit here, you separate it. So one cable goes up one side, one cable goes up the other side. At the same time, you have to start decreasing. And then you get up so far, and you have to start shaping the armholes. So at one point, I was having to keep track of shaping the armholes, putting the cable in, and the decreases. Now, this pattern isn't written the way a lot of patterns are, where you have, you know, kind of a line by line, and then you just kind of repeat the lines. No, it's like, okay, at this point, decrease, you know, have two separate balls going but do the same row at the same time. Keep in pattern with the cable. At the same time, start decreasing this way. When it reaches a certain length up the side, start shaping the armholes. Now, I can do all those things. That's not a problem. But you have to be able to keep track of it. So it was like I was making little marks on pieces of paper so I knew where I was at here and where I was at here, as well as where I was at here. And I'd have to look at it and be all like, okay, this row I need to do the cable. I don't need to do a decrease, but I need to do a decrease on this end, you know? And I had to keep that up for several rows in the decrease section here. And then it finally finished here, and I was just going straight up with this. And it rolls in on itself, so you can't really see. But I was still keeping track of the cabling and the decreases. And then eventually stop decreasing, which is like clear up here, and I'm just doing the cable again. But even with the cable, you know, you kind of have to keep because it's not line by line, it's, you know, work in this fashion until, you know, until you're done, basically, for so many inches or whatever, you know. And you've got a cable line by line, of course. So when you're just working the cable portion, it's not that bad. The cable, you actually do the cable like once every 8 rows, I think it was. So it's not that hard, but it's just a lot of numbers, you know, and having to look at what you're doing in each part and knowing each row, you know, knowing each row what you need to do next. So luckily none of the rows were decrease, you know, decrease over here, decrease here, do cable here. The cables here came on non-decrease rows here. They did have decrease rows over here though, so, but you just have to keep up with all that. And because it was so fresh in my mind, I'm like, must work on this, must work on this, must work on this. And so I got the front done, but I'm on to the sleeves now. The sleeves will have the same cable detail on them, and they will have decreasing and stuff as well. And because the cuffs will also have a different color on them, this band here will have a different color on it as well. It'll be partially white and partially a navy blue color. The cuffs have the same stripe banding on them. Yeah, that'll be fun to keep up with, and I need to work on Wipgo. So let's check out a little bit of Wipgo. I'm going to hopefully just show you a little bit of this stuff. And I'm going to try and get into my little guy here. This is a file case that I can actually literally, I can't do it one-handed. I keep it open because I don't want to keep the project squished all the time. But if I'm like traveling home to my parents' house or something, I can actually close this up completely and take it with me and have several of my small projects on to like choose from. So what I will be working on is in here. This was, as you can tell, last month's Wipgo that I did not finish. Whoopsies. And I believe this one right here is this month's Wipgo project that I'm going to get started on at some point, probably today, and start putting in the 8 hours. This is Love is a Promise. There should be a, yeah, picture in picture. There should be a picture right here. Showing it. This used to be a pattern on my Etsy, like I said before, had to take it down. Copyright issues because it is Doctor Who, so, just, yeah, but I suppose if anybody's interested, let me know. I can, you know, talk to you on Instagram and get an email address and, like, send you a copy of the PDF. I should be able to. Pretty sure I have it. Easily accessible. Not quite sure where I put it at in the files and stuff. I haven't worried about where it's located because it's been on Etsy for a while before I took it down, and then yeah, that's just not something I've had to worry about. So, but yeah, it's just a bit of Doctor Who that I absolutely love. He says, love, it's not an emotion. Love is a promise. 12th Doctor says that. Let's talk about Clara and Danny Pink when he becomes a Cyberman. So, I just absolutely loved it, you know. I love the fact that I just loved it. I thought it was so sweet and beautiful and pretty, and you know, love me some Doctor Who. So yeah, we're gonna get started on that, and I'm gonna leave this bit of the vlog here because it's been like 16 minutes already for me to go over and show you everything at the start of this vlog. And yeah, you're probably sick of hearing me. I'm sick of talking. I'm not a talking person. So, I should be back in 1 second to show you progress on this. I don't know if it's going to be short amount of progress or a few hours worth of progress or what. I'll be starting right there. You can see I got a little bit of color left to finish. And we'll just keep going. So, I will see you in a sec. Okay, it's like, I don't know, the 10th or something. I just had yesterday an amazing order on my Etsy shop. Somebody really liked my art books, bought like 20 more to give out as gifts to friends. It was crazy, but I spent all day yesterday doing just a massive amount of sewing to fulfill the order, and I have more sewing to do today. And I'm more of an evening worker, and it's still the morning. So, before I get started in on all the sewing, I'm going to do a whip challenge. This is the old one. It's not laminated, but it's got, I've been crossing off the ones as I actually do them. So, the plan is to do one of these, keep my mind a little busy or whatnot for the, you know, next half hour, whatever I end up doing, and it's just something to calm and relax and have a little fun before I dive back into work, because we are coming up on the Christmas season and things are getting busy in the shop. I have definitely sold more this week than I think I have sold any other week previously. Massive order helps, but even so, I've got like 6 grime guards that I'm making today. Like, stuff is selling, and I am so thankful. Like, you do not know. For those of you who own shops and stuff, you know how grateful you are whenever an order comes in. It's just like, it's just such an amazing feeling, and you just can't be helped but be super thankful for just the amazing people that see value in the things that you're making. So, without further ado, let's roll and see what we end up with. Yes, the phone is shaking. I apologize. 6 and 2. Oh! Excitement. Magic Study. I'm actually looking forward to putting in a few minutes on this, like a super excitement. So let's go get that. Where is my Magic Study at? Soda pop, bad for you. Don't drink it. Don't do what I do. I think it might be in here. Yes, I know, laundry. I've always got laundry. Not sure. There's Janessa. There's Dark Queen of the Sea Cell. This is open all the way. This might be magic. Is this Magic Study? Oh my gosh, I cannot remember what. No, this is not Magic Study. This is crap. Well, it's not crap. It's Time Goes By, which is not crap, by the way. This should be Halloween Quaker. This one should be Mirabilia, Lady of the Flag. This is Mini Clockwork Dragling. You know, Magic Study might be that Steampunk Navigator. That is Felt Stocking Kit, which I did not realize was in there. So, sorry, OCD. You know what? The only other place it could be is here. Maybe there's another place now that I think about it. So I was lying to you. But now that I think about it, is this it? No, that's crapola. It's not crapola. I think this is it. Hold on. Help me unzip. Oh yeah. I believe that's it. Okay. Let's put things back, because it's always good to put things back. Yeah, I know, you really wanted to watch this. I apologize. Oh. This is what living in small space and poverty is like, people. It's not that bad. I can make it just fine. You not see my horrible seat, because, yeah. This be where I starting off at. And I be back in like half an hour to show you where I got to. So, see you in a sec. Okay, and here's where we ended up. I filled in a little bit more of this blue, and then I started in on another blue, which you probably can't see. I kind of know where it is, so I can kind of see it. I don't think you can. It's a very, just slightly different blue. Might be able to, maybe. Either way, just started filling in that blue color a little bit more. You know, here, and there's a couple stitches over here, and it'll go down, and we'll have some more in here. But yeah, I finished off the one strand I had, did another strand of this blue, and then put in this, started putting in the slightly darker blue. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed that I'm stopping this. I'd like to just sit here and continue on with it for a while, but have to do sewing. Customers come first. Stuff isn't due for a few more days. I could wait another day before I actually ship it out. I'm not going to do that. Customers come first. Have to work first. Unfortunately, I have to do the adulting thing. Don't want to, but gotta. Just gotta. And I gotta do laundry today and continue adulting. Man, adulting sucks. I want to work on my cross stitch. Oh well, back to adulting. I'll see you again in a sec. I don't know if I'm gonna do another whip challenge, or I will be showing you work on Love is a Promise. I have put in an hour so far on that, but I want to wait until I'm either done about 4 hours or even the full 8. So you might see that next. You might see this next. You might see me pull out Honeycomb Blanket, which is my other Wipgo. Hard to say. Very hard to say what I'm going to end up doing. I'm very much a stitch what you want when you want type of person. Wipgo has actually been crazy great. There's only like a couple projects that I haven't finished, so far, which I'm highly impressed with myself with. It kind of, reins me in and forces me to work on things, at least a couple of items during the month. So definitely a fan of the Wipgo for sure. Anywho, I'll see you again in a second with, well, who knows what. Okay. So I might have done a thing. This may not look like something you've seen before. Because you haven't. Yeah, okay. I started a new pattern. Like I don't already have enough whips. But I was watching Stitching Jules. If you haven't seen her, go check her out. And I just have been wanting to get a pattern from her for a while. And then was kind of thinking about the monochrome. And then I remembered I had like 14 skeins of this color, which I thought would look really cool in black. Like, I wonder if she's got any patterns that would be really cool with like this. It's kind of a dusty lavender with kind of a silverish effect. You get that almost silverish effect, a purpley silver effect on the black. But I was like, I wonder if she's got any patterns that it'd be really cool to do that with. So I went and I looked and I found about, I don't know, a dozen. So I whittled them down to 2 and then sat there and stared at both of them. And one of them was a like haunted house, cartoony kind of haunted house, which by the way, if you want to do something on black, either, a color like this or white on black or silver on black or something like that, check out that pattern because I think it'd look really cool on black. But I eventually chose this one right here. And this is Steampunk Cat. And I love me some steampunk. So yeah. Anyways, got started on this, put in 250-ish, I think, out of 15,000 or so. I think it's 15,000. I don't know, I didn't check. It's around 250 stitches that are done at the moment. We'll just go with that. So that be where this is at. And yeah, it's probably not going to be on next year's Wipgo unless I change something around, which I might, I don't know. I've got Wipgo for next year planned out. One thing I have to do for Wipgo is I'm putting Raven Queen from Mirabilia on next year's Wipgo. I have not started it yet, so I'll put a picture in of Raven Queen if I remember it, so you know what I'm talking about. But, oh yeah, I have not started Raven Queen yet, so I think Raven Queen is going to be my New Year, New Start, and then it'll officially be a whip for my Wipgo board. So that's where I stand with that right now. I haven't put in an additional 30 minutes or so on Love as a Promise. It's actually sitting right here. Let's show you where I'm at, which is basically nowhere, because I've put in like an hour and a half. So just filling in a little bit of confetti color up there. So I probably won't show you this again until I've put in 8 hours. And we are vastly approaching the middle of the month, and I haven't even started on my other Wipgo project, which oddly enough, that Wipgo project is not a actual whip at this point. It was one of my Wipgo starts, which I had a couple of them on my Wipgo board because I didn't have as many starts last year, and then this year I did the birthday starts and stuff like that. So this year's Wipgo board had starts as well as whips to fill out the board. Don't need to do that next year. Definitely don't need to do that next year. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll show you this again when I actually hit 8 hours on it. And I'm sorry I do not have a picture for this. I know I said something about putting in a picture for this. I appear to have deleted the picture from my phone, so yeah. Oopsies. It's, oh, I might be able to get a picture. If I get a picture of this, I'll put the picture in. I think I might be able to get a picture from somewhere. Don't hold me to it, but I think I might be able to get a picture from somewhere. Anyways, either way, lots of random information for you. I will be back in a sec with either more work on this, whip challenge maybe, or maybe I'll start my other Wipgo project. Who knows? Either way, I'll see you in a sec. In 30 minutes. Okay, and here's where it got to. Doesn't look like much, never really looks like much. I filled in another red color, and then the gold. Probably could have got a little bit more stitching done, except about 15 minutes in, my eyes started going a little, a little scratchy, a little stingy, and I'm like, what is going on? Why am my eyes not wanting to focus on this, Then I looked at the clock and I realized, yeah, it's after 1 in the morning. Now, I'm usually up at this time, but it's more of the relaxing time, sort of watching a little stuff on YouTube. Lights usually kind of go out by now. So, yeah, I was just running around wide awake for some odd reason. And I was like, ooh, let's do whip challenge. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's now nearly 1:30 in the morning. Brain. Oh, excuse me. Yawning. Yeah, brain not completely functioning, so definitely got a little bit slower on things. Is what it is. Oh well. This stitch right here. Stitch right there ended up a little wonky. You know how annoying that is? I just now noticed it. I don't want that stitch to be wonky. I'll see if I can manipulate it into place when I pull the camera off of it and have 2 hands, because yeah, I need 2 hands to do that. But yeah, so that's where I got to on that. At this point, my Love is a Promise Wipgo has kind of been put away because I keep looking at that, and I put in like 15 minutes today, and it was just flat out, I really do not want to work on this. Just flat out don't want to work on it. So we'll see if I get a little bit more yeah, sorry, word gone. 1:30 in the morning. We'll see if I get a little more inspired to work on it towards the end of the month. I don't know. Started my honeycomb blanket, which I'll show you that. I've already put in like 3.5 hours or something like that on it, and it's going. I'm just loving working on it, so I will probably show you that after a full 8 hours. And will you see that here in a sec? Yeah, Probably. I'd say probably. If not, then I'll probably be back with a random, hey, I'm working on this, or a random whip challenge. But I'm going to say most likely going to see my Wipgo honeycomb blanket here in a sec. And here we are. Got the 8 hours in. It's pretty good sized. It goes from there and all the way around here, and right there it's all scrunched up. It goes around. Voila. It's 300 stitches across, so, or 306 I think. So yeah, this is a honeycomb pattern. Steve West Knits from Stephen West. Original pattern I believe is done in DK, and I'm doing it in fingering. And instead of following a color block pattern, what I'm doing is the in-between colors. I am using my my scraps, my leftover yarn, little tiny bits left over. As you saw, that guy right there, that was a little mini skein, I think 5 grams or something like that, and I used about half of it, so I'll be able to get 2 from the 5-gram skeins, 2 rows. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this this vlog here, and not just the daily but the whole podcast. Gonna end it here. I'm gonna remind you, first giveaway is 91st Street Garden Sampler of Hope. It is, put the word sampler in the comments below. Be 18, because I need you to be 18. You know, like and subscribe. I will probably check, depending on, yeah, pretty much the same. I'll check. I figure I probably better double check. But yeah, it's not a cheap pattern, that's for sure. It's a cool little sampler, and everybody's into the samplers. I like the Quakers. I'm not sure I'm as much of a sampler fan, but it's a thick pattern. I will go anywhere in the world, I think. But yeah. Anywho, that'll be it for this vlog, and I will see you at least within 2 weeks to give this away. After that, don't know. Maybe going to do something for Vlogmas, or Stitchmas, as I believe we do it in the Flosstube world. Maybe going to do something for that. I know I got aggravated halfway through Vlogtober. Yeah, there's elections. Sorry, people. Try to keep political out of, but those elections, man, they got to me. And I just didn't realize how bad they were getting to me. That undercurrent. Ooh, people do not like each other during elections, and it is difficult on me. So, again, saw it at the beginning. Apologize for that. Apologizing again. Going to try and be a little bit more normal for the Christmas season. That's a lie. I'm never normal. Going to try and not be overly emotional during the Christmas season. That I can probably accomplish. Normal? No. Not gonna happen. Anyways, that's it for this vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.